Hello, I am Azat. You are watching these videos about React Quickly, Chapter 6. I'm really excited about this chapter because in this chapter we will be able to finally interact with the user, not by just displaying the data, but actually by taking some input. What I mean. So imagine we have that hello world, or we have some blog post, or we have some form. And so far we've learned how to render those elements and also how to use states. But we didn't do anything to basically get the input from the user. So what I mean, what happens when I click on a button? What happens when I click on a link? What happens when I type in that form field, in the text form input field? Nothing, right? Because we didn't learn how to do that yet. And this is like very important, right? Because imagine it's like if you cannot click anywhere, if nothing happens when you click, if nothing happens when you type, that's going to be a useless piece of UI, right? So let's go ahead and learn that. I'm really excited about this chapter. We're going to learn about how to basically catch DOM events. So React is using a special thing. It's called synthetic event. So we set up events as attributes on our JSX elements, on our React elements. And then usually we would create a class method that would handle that event. So we create event listener, event handler, and we create event as an attribute, and then that triggers our event handler. And this is the basic idea. And then event handler get this object, which is called synthetic event. So it's not our native DOM event. It's not native DOM event. It's actually better. It's like a wrapper, and it has exactly the same interface for any browser, any major browser. This allows us to use same properties, same attributes, same methods from that synthetic event object versus dealing with cross-browser issues. But if you need the native event, it's also available to you in the attribute of that synthetic event. We would also talk about how would you structure a typical React application or a set of components. So usually we can pass functions as any other value. So we can pass an event handler as a property to as many children as we want. So the basic idea, we have a lot of stateless children. Stateless meaning they don't have methods, they don't have states, obviously. So all they're doing, they're taking properties and outputting some UI. And then we have one small smart component, which has event handlers, it has the logic, it has states. So this is the recommended approach of building React applications and UIs. And also I'll show you a few examples how you can even use events not supported by React. So let's say on a window there is a resized event. So we cannot set up an attribute for the window object which says on resize equals and then the function name, right? So how can we listen to that? Very easily, because in the previous chapter we've learned about component lifecycle events. So we can use them to set up custom event listeners. And I'll show you an example how to do that. Also, I'll show you how to integrate with the third-party libraries like jQuery Slider on an example. I will actually show you two approaches, not just one, but two approaches. So enjoy this chapter. I'm really excited about it because by capturing events, we would be able to build very realistic like examples in the next chapters. I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day.